Prime Minister Sherbadu Dewa extended his cabinet 72 days after the formation of the government. The appointment of Nepali Congress leader Naren Khadka as the foreign minister came at the 11th hour, given the need to send a Nepalese delegation to the United Nations General Assembly, which has added to the criticism of the Congress president for his inability to make the cabinet fully functioning. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the headlines of the hour. Nepali Congress leader Naren Khadka appointed as the foreign minister, improving international ties and protecting the country's interests amid geopolitical influences, major challenges. Nepal growingly turns into a transit point for people from conflict nations. Country's security mechanism struggles in breaking human trafficking networks. WHO says an estimated 7 million people die prematurely each year from diseases linked to air pollution. Low and middle-income countries suffer the most. And Manchester United crash out of League Cup after losing to West Ham. Chelsea take care of Aston Villa in a penalty shootout. Tottenham defeat Wolves in penalties. Prime Minister Sherbadu Dewa appointed Nepali Congress leader Naren Khadka as the foreign minister 72 days after the formation of the government. Leader Khadka, who topped the race of aspirants within his own party and was granted the responsibility of the foreign ministry, faces challenges of improving international relations and dealing with activities of powerful nations in the country.
Prime Minister Sherbadu Dewa, who has been facing challenges in cabinet expansion, has given the responsibility of the foreign ministry to Naren Khadka at a time when issues of Millennium Challenge Corporation, Belt and Road initiatives, and the recent defense pact among powerful nations have invited controversies in and outside the country. The major challenge for the newly appointed minister is to work in favor of national interest by balancing diplomatic relations between powerful countries and managing their projects in Nepal. While assuming office on Wednesday, Minister Khadka said that he would work towards ensuring cordial and balanced relations with immediate neighbors India and China. Experts opine if Minister Khadka will stand above all these challenges, he will bring equal opportunities that will improve Nepal's presence in the international forum. Meanwhile, immediately after assuming office, Minister Khadka left for New York on Wednesday evening, leading the Nepalese delegation to take part in the UN General Assembly, where he will be largely engaged in holding meetings with his counterparts of different countries to strengthen bilateral relations with them.
Now, the state's security system has struggled in breaking the network that traffics humans to Europe and the US in the name of taking them for employment opportunities. In recent times, similar networks have also been active in bringing people to Nepal from conflict-ridden nations and underdeveloped third countries.
The Human Trafficking Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police has been interrogating 2 individuals at the moment. A week back, the police identified 14 members of 2 Rohingya families in Kathmandu, which suggested traffickers had been active in Nepal. The police investigation revealed Bangladeshi citizen Ajmat Ullah, Myanmar's Noru Amin and Sofak Alam, who have been residing in Kathmandu since 2 years, citing business purposes, have been bringing in Rohingyas into the country. Their group had established an agent at a refugee camp in Bangladesh that trafficked a Rohingya family to Nepal in exchange for 250,000 Bangladeshi takas. The group, however, had promised to take them to the US. The Nepal police believes there is a network of people that traffic people from Bangladesh to Nepal via India. Based on government estimates, there are around 400 Rohingyas in Nepal. It has been a challenge on the state's security system to prepare for the security risk caused by the human trafficking network.
Now, in our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in Kantipur, Pokhara, Kailali and Surkhet what should be done to rescue small and medium-scale industries battered by COVID-19. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
नेपाल सरकारले कोभिडको मारमा परेका उद्यमीहरूलाई सम्पूर्ण कर छुट गर्नुपर्छ।
मास्कहरू हरेक कुराहरूलाई युज गरेर अब हामी चाहिँ हाम्रो कल कारखानाहरूदेखि सबै कुरा खोल्नु पर्छ।
खोपको व्यवस्था गर्नु पर्यो, सहुलियत ऋणको व्यवस्था गर्नु पर्यो,
ब्याज दर कम गर्ने देखि लिएर अन्य कुराहरू चाहिँ राहतहरू दिने
सरकारले केही चाहिने के राहत दिनु पर्यो।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. question is, what's your take on the ruling alliance's common minimum program not being effective? Your options are A, lack of accountability, B, alliance's compulsion, and C, exaggeration. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to the sports update. The Rising Club Dharan defeated Jharna Sports Club 5-3 to register their third consecutive win in the A-Division National Futsal League. In the match played at Covered Hall in Pokhara Stadium Complex yesterday, Milan Rai scored 2 goals for the Rising Club Dharan, while Rivas Maske, Biku Tamang and Milan Limbu also scored a goal each for the club. Meanwhile, Mohan Bahadur Thapa, Om Prakash Thapa and Vivek Thapa were the goal scorers for Jharna Sports Club. The Rising Club Dharan are at the top of the points table with 9 points, while winless Jharna Sports Club are at the bottom. In the second match of the National Futsal League played at the Covered Hall in Pokhara Stadium Complex yesterday, Shankamul Futsal took care of Pravat Feri Youth Club 7-4 to register their first win. Janice Prajapati scored a brace for Shankamul Futsal, while Mani Lama, Sabin Khadka, Susan Shrestha and goalkeeper Anish Shrestha were also on the score sheet for the club. Meanwhile, Srijay Shrestha and Dhiras Joshi scored 2 goals each for Pravat Feri Youth Club. With the win, Shankamul Futsal have climbed to the second spot of the points table, securing 5 points from 3 matches. Pravat Feri Youth Club, with 3 losses from 3 matches, have yet to register points. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.